But Jim VandeHei, I want to start on Capitol Hill first. And my gosh, the 30-second commercials that Democrats are going to be able to line up now. You have Joni Ernst talking about Medicaid cuts, saying, well, you're going to die anyway. We're all going to die anyway. And now you have Mitch McConnell going, sure, it's going to hurt their health care, but they'll get over it. Just put your head down and vote for this bill. Talk about just the rising the rising pressure inside the Republican conference to figure out whether they're going to pass this thing and do what leaders are saying are best for the party, or actually worry about whether they're going to get routed the way Thom Tillis suggested they would yesterday in that closed-door meeting.
Yeah, I mean, Senator Tillis lives and breathes in a swing state, and so much more attuned than maybe Mitch McConnell, who's retiring to the short-term politics. And what you see unfolding in both the House and the Senate among Republicans is this debate over Medicaid. Yeah, there's a lot of other components to this bill, massive extension of the tax cuts, a lot of other things affecting spending. But what worries Tillis, what worries others, is if you are cutting Medicaid, and it's a little technical on how they're cutting it, but ultimately Tillis, others do believe it's going to have a tangible effect for a lot of people who don't have a lot of money back in either their district or in their state. So they're deeply, deeply worried about it. And what Tillis is saying is like, listen, this could cost us seats in the Senate. They already think they're going to lose the House. Remember, if you think about what's happened over the last 24 years in politics, almost every election is a change election. You look at that House map, you look at that narrow majority, and the assumption is Republicans probably will lose the House if you look at history as an indicator. So if you put on top of that cuts to Medicaid, that, by the way, disproportionately hit the base of the Republican Party. Under MAGA, they really focused on the working class. And so those Medicaid cuts hit profoundly harder in red districts and even in some of these red states. And so that's what they're dealing with. It's easy for Mitch McConnell to say they'll get over it. What I assume he meant is by the time you get to the election, there'll be 100 other things that people are worried about. But I don't know that that's the case, because in the past, entitlement cuts have been lethal in off-year elections because older voters vote in disproportionate numbers compared to younger voters, and they obviously care more about entitlement programs.
Well, and here you're going to be able, as a Democrat, to say, wait a second, they gave tax cuts to Elon Musk and these tech bros that run monopolies so they could cut Medicaid for children in red state America, and you talk about a toxic combination. And again, you have Joni Ernst out there saying, you'll get over it. People die anyway. Come on, people die anyway. And then going to a graveyard to mock those who were offended by that. Now Mitch McConnell saying they'll get over it. Whew, not lining up well.